Viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube video today. I'll take you through a problem that will aid your understanding of how to solve problems involving bearing and distances. And in this problem, we're going to be using the cardinal points and then the sine rule and the cosine rule. Okay, the cardinal point shows the north, south, west, east. Okay, it's a reference point used to locate distances on the surface of the earth. Now, I'll read out the question. In a town, Chief X resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 57 degrees from place P, while Chief Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees from the same place P. The residents of X and Y are 180 meters apart. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Find correct to three significant figures: the bearing of X from Y, the distance between P and Y. This is a question from West African Examination Council 2023 Mathematics Pass question. To solve this problem, I'll take it bit by bit. Okay? From the first sentence, in a town, Chief X resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 57 degrees from place P. So the location of X was taken from P. So I'll start my solution from P. So I'll draw my cardinal point. Take note, this quadrant is 90 degrees. This is 90, 90, 90. 90 times 4 is 360 degrees. Okay? Now the first one is taking, measurements are usually taken from the cardinal point, from the geographical north pole. You take it in a clockwise fashion from the north this way. That's from the line joining the north and south towards the northern portion. You take it this way. Look at my cursor. That's how you take your reading. So the first one is 57 degrees. So I'll start from here, and then you can see the yellowish portion. That's the 57 degrees. It's less than 90 degrees. I'll join it with a straight line, and this line is 60 meters apart from point X. This is my point X. Okay. Now, if I extend the line due north from point P and I extend it due south from point X, as you can see, you agree with me that these two lines are parallel to each other. Because they are parallel, it makes PX a transversal that cuts through the two parallel lines. Okay, and if that holds through, it means this angle is alternate to this 57 degrees is alternate to this other 57. This other angle too is 57 degrees because they are alternate angles. So when a transversal crosses two parallel lines, alternate angles are equal, corresponding angles are equal, and vertically opposite angles are equal. But in this question, we're concerned, what concerns us the most is the fact that these two angles are alternate to each other. Okay, now I'm done with the first sentence. The next sentence, while Chief Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees from the same place P. So the location of Y is taken from P. So I'll use my yellow angle to show my 150 degrees, and then I'll use a straight line to join P to point Y. This is my point Y. Okay, now to complete this triangle, I'll join X to Y with a straight line. So my triangle is complete. So I've illustrated the information in a diagram, as you can see. But take note, XY is 180 meters apart. As you can see in the question, the third statement, the residents of X and Y are 180 meters apart. Now to solve the second part of the question, the BI, finding the bearing of X from Y, I need to find some important information that revolves around P. First, I need to find angle P, the value of P, and it's pretty easy. I already have the bearing of Y from P to be 150 degrees, and then I have the bearing of X from P to be 57. So once I find the difference, 150 minus 57 boils down to 93 degrees. So angle P is 93 degrees. Okay, is that clear? So 150 minus 57 is 93 degrees. I'm making progress. Now I'll extract this point P. But before I do that, I need to find the value of angle Y. Okay? I need to find the value of angle Y. Now, for me to find Y, I need to use the sine rule. Sine rule states first, from this triangle, sine y, where y signifies angle y, this angle, divided by the side facing y is px, equals, if you're working with p, sine p, p is angle p, divided by the side facing angle p is xy, equals sine x divided by the side facing angle x is py. So this is the sine rule, and I can use any two of my choice. I can use this first two or the next two. But in this question, this first two will be the most useful because I'm looking for angle y. I have px as 60 meters. I have p as 93 degrees. I have xy as 180 meters. So I'll plug it in. Sine y divided by px is 60 meters equals sine 93 degrees divided by, where 93 is angle p, divided by xy is 180 meters. So I'll cross multiply sine y multiplied by 180 meters equals sine 93 degrees multiplied by 60 meters. So I'll divide both sides of the equation by 180 meters. So sine y equals sine 93 degrees multiplied by 60 meters divided by 180 meters. So sine y equals, if you resolve this fraction, it boils down to 0.3329. Y will be the sine inverse. This symbol is sine inverse of 0.3329. Y will now be equal to 19.4449 degrees. Now, for me to find my y, the approximate value of y to three significant figures. The first most important figure is 1. The second important figure is 9, and the third most important digit is 4. The first 4 after the decimal. The second 4 after the decimal is less than 5, so I'll round it down, it becomes 0. So I'll be left with 19.4 degrees. Had it been up to 5 or more, I'll round it up, it becomes 1, and then I'll add it to 4. But because it's less, it becomes 0. So this is my value for angle y. So I'll plug it in. Now, the next thing to do is to find the bearing of x from y, as you can see, shown with the yellowish portion. But I need to find some information from p, okay? If you look at p, from the first quadrant here, shown with my cursor, it is 90 degrees. So I can say 90, to find this other part, I can say 90 minus 57, which is equal to 33 degrees, okay? So if I plug it into the point P, you can see I'm making progress. I need to find the second value over here, shaded in yellow. So I can say 93, which is angle P, minus 33 equals 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. If I plug it into the triangle, you can see I have my values shown. But if you look at this P, if I extend P due south and I extend Y due south, if I extend P due south and I extend Y due north, the two lines will be parallel to each other and PX will be a transversal. And if that be the case, it means 60 degrees, this angle 60 degrees is alternate to this angle, so they are equal. Because when a transversal cuts through two or more parallel lines, alternate angles are equal. So I'll plug it into the triangle. Now I have all that I need to find the bearing of x from y as shown in yellow. This yellow sector is showing the required region, okay? So the bearing of x from y will now be equal to 19.4 plus 60 degrees plus these three quadrants shown with the yellow line, which is 270. 90 times 3 is 270. If you sum them up, it's equal to 349.4 degrees. Now to three significant figures, the most important digit here is 3 followed by 4 and then 9. If I look at the next digit, 4 is less than 5, I'll round it down, it becomes 0. So my final answer is 349 degrees. That is the bearing of x from, y. Now to the last part of the question, I'm to find correctly three significant figures, the distance between P and Y, the distance between P and Y, that is the side facing angle x. So I need to use cosine rule. Now you can use cosine rule when you have two sides and an included angle. That is, these two sides subtending that angle, you can use cosine rule, or if you have all the sides given. Now let me take you through all the possibilities, all the sine rules all the sine rule, the values I can get, the formula for the sine rule from this triangle. Using P, small letter p signifies the side facing angle P, which is 180 meters. P square equals x square. X is the side facing angle X, which is PY. And then Y is the side facing angle Y, which is 60 meters. And P is the, so the capital letters are used to represent the angles, and small letters for the sides facing the angles. So you can have P square equals x square plus y square minus 2xy plus P, or you have x square equals p square plus y square minus 2py plus x, or you can use y square equals p square plus x square minus 2px plus y. But here, the second one is the most useful because I'm looking for x, the side facing angle x, which is py. P square, I have p square as 180 meters. Y square, I have it as 60 meters. X, I need to find this value, and it's trivial. Already I know P and I know Y, so I can subtract the summation of these two angles from 180 degrees and it will give me X. Now if I do that, I'll have P XY will be equal to 180 degrees minus 93 degrees minus 19.4 degrees. So if I solve this, it boils down to 67.4 degrees. That's the value of angle X. Now that I have X, I can use the second equation. So I have x squared equals P. P squared is 180 meters squared plus Y is 60 meters squared minus 2 times 180 meters multiplied by 60 meters multiplied by cos 67.4 degrees. X squared will now be equal to 180 square plus 60 square boils down to 36,000 minus, if you resolve the content of this bracket, to be equal to 8,300.7790. Therefore, x squared equals the difference between these two numbers, which is 27,699.221. X will now be the square root of 27,699.221. If I find that value, it boils down to 166.4308 meters. Now, X is now approximately equal to 166 meters because the fourth digit, which is the digit after the decimal, is less than 5. So I'll round it down, it becomes 0. So my final answer, which is the length of PY, is equivalent to this X, is 160 meters. I do hope the solution is clear and you understood every bit of it. Thank you for watching this channel. Okay, I sincerely appreciate you watching my channel, and I do hope you look through some of the videos that we have uploaded. I presume they will all be useful to you. Okay, the name of the channel is Victorian STEM. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly do so by hitting the subscribe button. Okay, and I will appreciate that. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. Bye bye.